morning. So we'll just let this raga bring us into meditation for a little while. meditation now. That particular raga is a raga that's known for invoking the light, the luminous inner light. So we'll gently extend to each other the light into the light. And we'll extend to the ancestors. Extend to the great yogis, those people who embody the light so explicitly that the invisible becomes visible. And extend to all the different various traditions that we participate in. Those particular genres or ways of articulating and understanding the experience of primordial awareness. Different names, forms, costumes. And then we'll extend to that dimension that's mysterious within all of us. The archetypical, the archetypes, Sambhogakaya dimension. Also called the dimension of rapture. Being within awareness, as awareness, which we're doing right now. We're in awareness, as awareness. And being with another, we're also doing that right now, who is within awareness, is the most powerful, skillful means to bring forth awareness within oneself and within each other. Truly speaking, two awarenesses are better than one. In psychology, they speak a lot about self-regulation and how self-regulation can be enhanced by co-self-regulation. Two awarenesses, better than one. Or the opposite can also take place, dysregulation. Self-illumination, which is self-liberation, is a co-emergent process between and within companions. Compassionate companions, The lucidity within one's own awareness as your own awareness, or I would say it another way, the lucidity within our own awareness as our own awareness. We can experience the lucidity within the awareness of the other as light. So by attuning ourselves to awareness within ourselves, it opens the door to actually experience the awareness within the other as light. And it's definitely true that awareness awakens awareness both in ourselves and in each other. Even as we focus right now on awareness and we extend through our body, we can feel the awakening of the pulsation of the light. And as the person sitting next to me is doing this, as Erin's doing this, and it's self-arising in her, it goes beyond her body boundaries, and I begin to experience it in myself, simultaneously awakening. This is actually the secret of the Tantras. The luminous energy within our own body can resonate to the luminous energy in each other's bodies, deepening the mutual embodiment of light. Light is awareness, and awareness is light. This attunement to awareness within our own body can bring forth the attunement of awareness within the body of another. You can see this with the mother and child, huh? Awareness, awakening awareness, more light. Like most things, desire is the doorway. Desire built Baltimore. Without desire, nothing happens. So to actually have this desire to experience awareness, arising in oneself in light, as the light, is really useful. The self-arising of the awareness field in our own self is resonant to the self-arising of the awareness field within the others. The self-arising of the energy, the chi, the shakti, can bring forth the self-arising in each other, and can bring forth, even just as important, can bring forth the sustaining of the energy field within each other. That is the great compassion. Humanness is the manifestation of the light and the energy and the openness to the great space of compassion, light, resonance, manifestation, felt sense. It is true, as Young Tong Rinpoche suggests, that the great compassion, or as he calls it, absolute compassion, is the capacity to extend this light into a person's presence in the present moment, like right now, or into a person's presence as past, and into the person's presence as future. That is the power of being in timeless awareness in the present. This experience not only brings forth the light of presence in the person as we practice this, but brings forth the presence of the light in one's own self. Truly, this is a co-emergent practice. Timeless awareness manifesting in time. This is a co-emergent or co-relational process of the embodiment of primordial awareness. This embodiment of the light is self-realization, just as we are. Dasein, for the Heideggerian phenomenologists, is very similar. It's not mind alone, but rather Dasein is their being there-ness, which is the openness to openness itself. Dasein is the openness of the human being to being itself, to light itself. It's the openness of awareness to primordial awareness itself. It is the light, open to the light. It's all very simple and direct. This is the power of contemplation, and the power of contemplation within two people or more. And this is how the Christian Gnostics understood the statement that Jesus made. Where two or more gathered together in my name, I am there. I am the light. When you and I attune to the Guru within our own embodiment, we bring forth the attunement to the Guru within each other. Guru, darkness. Ru, light. Eros, life force, vitality. Thanatos, death. And they're entwined. The light infuses the mind, and this light infuses the body. The light infuses our mind, and the light infuses our bodies. And the channels within the bodies, and the chakras within the body can resonate to the channels within the other's embodiment and to the chakras very directly. This intensification of the luminous energy is the process of the embodiment of the light. Or as the yogis call it, jalu. Jalu, the body of light, luminous flesh. This unfolding is intense. It is the expansion of the energy within us as light. Chi, Shakti. And it's the light becoming energy, becoming everything and anything. The embodiment of our awareness is the embodiment of the light. Gazing within to this openness, the spaciousness, and the light, the radiance, then opens for us the possibility, the capacity to gaze into phenomena as light. By gazing within, it opens us to the true possibility of experiencing phenomena, all phenomena, as light. There's a great Dzogchen statement. Phenomena is lucidity unto itself. All phenomena, lucidity unto itself. Even the Treiko Dzogchen Dochen practices, Treiko is opening ourselves to the space, and Togal open gazing into the light. They actually happen simultaneously. And so our experience of the purity of phenomena is actually the purity of the light. And this openness of everything and anything as light. Luminous spaciousness. Then the door opens that we can experience duality within non-duality, and non-duality within duality. Another Dzogchen statement. Phenomena is the expanse of the Dharmakaya. So all phenomena is the Dharmakaya. As appearance, as stuff, as flesh. Namkhe Norbo describes sadhana, or spiritual practice, simply as living within the potentiality of our real condition, within our real circumstances. That's it. In mind alone, when you and I are located in mind alone, none of this can be accomplished. None of this can be experienced. The true hermeneutic, this true opening, is this awareness, mind continuum in union, bringing our mind into union with this light, this awareness. And in this oneness of experiencing our mind, awareness continuum in the world. That's actually the essence of Dzogchen and Shaivistic understanding. It's quite a view. What might be, what can be, what could be. What might be, what could be. What could be. Baba would often say, keep moving, and keep unfolding whatever and wherever happens. This translucidity of awareness brings forth translucidity of our mind. This infusion of this awareness field brings forth translucidity of mind. What might that mean? As you and I hold our mind within the awareness field, dissolving dissociativeness, split-offness, the field itself of light illuminates our mind, bringing forth translucidity of mind, translucidity of thoughts, translucidity of affective states, hate, translucidity of hate, translucidity of sensation, translucidity of memory, translucidity of fantasy, thoughts as light, feelings as light, sensation as light, experience as light, emotion, light, mood, light. All this Dharma has to do with perception alone. That's why Dharma is not dogma. This means seeing through thoughts and feeling through affective states, perceiving through fantasy, opening, seeing through sensation, feeling through sensation. And this brings forth states of empty mind as light. The yogis call Sems and Semde, mind and Semde awareness. They fuse. This gives us the support of seeing through beliefs, the translucidity of all of our experience, this translucidity of presence itself, and the translucidity of phenomena in front of us and around us it opens. And even though they say empty mind, it doesn't mean the mind doesn't have thoughts, sensations, and the whole thing. But the whole thing is light, luminous, translucidity, transparency. This does not mean things and forms do not exist. This does not mean sensations and feelings and those realities do not exist. They're not illusions. They are light. Whenever you see the word illusion or delusion in texts, spiritual texts, Buddhist texts, Vedic texts, simply change the word to light. And just as this experience can take place in Nirmanakaya, flesh, it also takes place in Sambhogakaya, where the forms are more clearly light and the energy is light. And it is the realm of more direct communing with each other as light, and the world is light. The archetypical dimension, the gods and goddesses, devas, dakinis, is simply light. And all this is completely experientially pure and experientially near, just as we are. That's why even why the yogis would say, virtue itself does not give this. Goodness itself does not give this. There's a desire that arises to experience this light. Let's extend again to each other from the inner heart, which is the source of the light. Of course, this is not an often used practice, huh? We like to figure everything out with our minds. Or we beg to the gods for help. About a penny, a buck. And actually, the gods are the light. The deities are the light. Dakini is the light. We have this fantastic capacity to project not just what's not so good about us into otherness, but most especially what's the best and what is fantastic about us. We project that into others. We project it into teachers. We project it into others. It seems to be a statement of humility. And it's an act of disempowerment. we institutionalize it outside of our own being. What might be, what could be. The saddest words of poem and pen. Just like put a little addendum. It sounds like I'm simply talking about people here, but actually animals participate in this co-emergence completely and as directly as anyone else. So we can start to end up our a meditation. We can rub our hands together if you like. You can place it on our heart, and it's like a symbol of sustaining this awareness, light, openness. Like think about it for coming this morning. Next week, next Friday, I think is July 7th or 8th. Amma's going to be in in Virginia. I think the 7th and the 8th. We won't be having meditation that day. We'll be closed. And really, to see Amma's really fantastic, and through that embrace, she transmit the light. There's also a program with Pujita there, and Pujita is her and her husband were lamas in Japan, and a certain form of Buddhism that is Tibetan Buddhism that is both Hindu and also Buddhist, and they have masters of the light. The deity is the dragon, and they've been following Amma for years, and then the husband died, and Pujita's is this transfer called radiance healing. And if you can go there and have an experience of that, it's really great. And even if you can sign up, because they send that radiance light throughout the year, it's quite a fantastic ongoing experience. And then I think we're back the following Friday. But we had a great time today. And we'll see. And also the Molam begins also at Lama Norla's place. And there's a great text on appearance and pure beingness that's being given. And it's also celebrating, I think, the opening of the Maitreya Center, which is a great center of light. So Hope I had a good time today. And we'll see you guys again, not this coming week, but the following week. And we can put that great raga back on. Thanks. There's refreshments upstairs, and you're welcome to stay and meditate to 9 o'clock this morning.